Guys, you guys have blown up the likes so fast. In not even, I think it was a day and a half. We hit 1,500 likes. In a day and a half. In a day and a half. All right. My new PC doesn't come to the 19th. It would have been out a lot sooner, but I'm doing it on a scuffed PC. Thank you for bearing with me, guys. But this is ASAP. It's been, what, like 3 days since the video's been up. I think it has 1,600 likes now, but we hit about like 1.4, 1.5K likes in a day and a half. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. Can we do it again, though? For the Gen 5 one, can we do it again? 1,500 likes. As well as for this video, it's the Gen 4 tier list Dex entry now. So just for Gen 4 love, slap a like down below, guys. You guys have been showing some awesome support in this. If you want to see the Gen 5 one, 1,500 likes again for the like goal. And we should just get a bombshell of like for Generation 4. My personal favorite generation. You guys know this. Personal favorite generation. Now, this Dex isn't nearly as good as the last one. The last one, I was actually super happy recording that video. Nearly not as good, but it's still a pretty good Dex. You know, it's still a pretty good Dex. You know, it's got, again, one of the, this one's a little bit more leaning towards Gen 8 similarities, where it's got one of the best early route mons competitively. You got things like all three of the starters. Don't crap on Torterra. You got things like B-Barrel, who's even that bad competitively. He has Simple. You have things like Staraptor, who speaks for himself. There's little things that switch into that beast. You have a Luxray with Gut Facade. Yeah, he's got Gut Flame Orb. He could do what he could do. Roserade. You got stuff. You got stuff. Okay, like I said again, guys, slap that like button down below for 1,500 likes again, just for the love on this video for Generation 4 love and hype, as well as to see the Gen 5 video. The maximum is 4 days, so within those 4 days, you get that video again ASAP. We're gonna get right with it. I did trash. I'm sorry if I did trash. I love this generation, so that's why I said I'm sorry ahead of time for trash. As you can see, they dropped a lot of legendaries in this game. Rotom mechanically worked like a legendary, because when you run into Rotom in the game, he has a legendary screen effect, but he's not a legendary at all. He's not even a mythical. He's just a static mon. No pun intended. He's just a static mon. But beyond Rotom, you have just all of these legendaries. Just everything. You got God in this generation. Okay, enough of me jerking off Generation 4. We're going to get right with the video. So, yeah, I said it. Yep, I said it. I did. Don't. Stop. Don't hate on it. Turtwig gets way too much hate. Ooh, Grottle's gross, Torterra's gross, Turtwig is gross. And they hate on it because Infernape, everybody loves Infernape. You can't sit here and tell me that nobody does. Natdex people, that's an example, but everybody was crying when Infernape was not in Generation 8 on the Switch. Everybody was crying. Also, Battle Revolution and Sinnoh, Infernape was dope, and then Piplup. All girls love Piplup. Dawn was a big inspiration to that as well, right? At the same time as well, too, like, just dudes of Piplup as well, too. I feel like saying girls first, because, you know, almost all of my, you know, lady friends that like Pokemon, they love Piplup. Stan Piplup. I, too, Stan Piplup. He's an amazing starter. One of the best we've gotten. But at the same time as well, I feel like Turtwig is very forgotten. You know, Ash had it, but I feel like nobody cared that Ash had it because the Infernape was a literal Saiyan. But it's not fair. When I first got Pokemon Diamond as a kid, about the 4th or 5th grade, God, I know I'm so old. Dude, that was a goat. That was a goat. Because he bodies the other two. I really like that about all these starters. Can we talk about that? They all beat each other in some way, shape, or form. Infernape bodies the other two, Close Combat, Flare Blitz. Torterra bodies the other two, just Earthquake. Right? Empoleon, Surf, Ice Beam. I love that. I think it really fit the trifecta perfectly when it came to all the starters. Because Sceptile, he doesn't really body Blaziken at all. Some will be like, oh, Air Release. Dude, pack it up. He doesn't body Blaziken at all. He just does not. Swampert, kind of like Sceptile's faster, you know what I mean? And he's not going to one-shot it. But these guys have potential to one-shot each other. So I really, really, really like that. They really fit best. The trifecta of everything. Everybody has a potential chance of beating each other because Blastoise has no chance of beating Venusaur at all. All right, enough of the Gen 4 jerking off. Turtwig's a goat. I think Grottle, being real, I think he's a good design mon. That's my take. Is your bias in it? Little bit. But I think Grottle is, you know, he's funny. He looks like, Snap? I forgot his name. It was the stupid dinosaur from The Land Before Time. The one that always ate. He was best friends with Ducky. Ducky, I'm so sorry. But he was best friends with Ducky, man. So he looks Spike! He looks like Spike! He looks exactly like Spike. And then Torterra is a goat. It's literally a land island turtle. It's such a god tier concept. When I first saw the thing, I shed a tear. I was like, Avatar? What? I was like, there's no way, dude. I think, was I already shown at the time? I don't remember. Somewhere around when I was young, I was like, yo, dude, this is like, this Torterra Avatar. Regardless, it's really, really cool land island turtle. I've always loved that concept. So it gets a massive 2 thumbs up for me, dude. Chimchar is, he goes in hella good. My Inferno goes in hella good. Infernape definitely goes in goated. I'd even put the whole, personally, I put the whole line in there. Listen, I know it's generic, but as an African, I like a ton of ape/monkey Pokemon. I like it. And it's really weird because he goes from being a chimp to, you know, an ape to then a monkey. Okay. Like he's a chimpanzee, don't have tails. Then he gets a tail, and I'm like, when did he become a... Okay. But, prime ape, right? I guess, right? I still love it, though. Piplup also goes in goated. Piplup, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, he's in mid. I still think he's a good design. I do. You can see in brackets, still good. And Polion goes in goated. Piplup is like, he's different. I feel like he's pissed. Like somebody just took a massive urine piss in his bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I don't know what happened, but I still love him. I do. There's so many times he has saved me. I've ran through the game multiple times. I've chosen all 3 of the starters. They all run through the game pretty healthy. You know what I mean? In comparison to like Generation 1, where Charmander is just rough. You know, or Generation 2, Chikorita is just rough. You know what I mean, dude? But, you know, this game, they all run through it pretty healthy. You know what I mean, dude? They run through it, I'd like to say, pretty healthy. You know, even Piplup, when the Generation 4, it's the second gym badge, just give it Peck. Give it the Peck machine, and then by that point, you have a Staravia. So, I mean, it does something. You know what I mean? It does something. So, pretty healthy. I'm not even going to say it. The whole line goes up here and goated. Do I need to say it? Do I need to say it? Dog, I think someone said that I'm going to put all the entire decks in goated. Well, that's not bad. I'm not going to put the entire decks in goated. I got to say, though, easily one of the best Route 1 starter birds of all time. Dude, of all time. The only one that gives him run for his money is Corviknight. Corviknight is god tier. That is the only one that gives him run for his money. If we're being competitive, like pre-patch Talonflame and then Corviknight are the top 2. But for now, Staraptor is one of the greatest Route 1 birds. Can we talk about Ash had Torterra, Infernape, Staraptor? Tobias, he ruined the game. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I'm going to go ahead and say... That's not even a take. Bidoof is the only the only rodent that gives Bidoof a run for his money is Zigzagoon. That's my take. He is the only one that gives a run for his money. I also really like Poochyena as well too, but Zigzagoon is really good. Now I might be stretching here. B-Barrel I also think is good. I think B-Barrel's got a solid design. He's a cute little beaver, you know what I mean? I think B-Barrel's got a solid design. Kricketot is also adorable as shit. Look at him. I wish I want to plush the Kricketot, dude. I really do. Cricketune, I also think he's a clean design. One of the best cries in Pokemon. Speaks for himself. Oh my god, dude. This is just not fair. Like, this is, again, one of the best early Route Mons we've ever gotten, dude. It's like pretty much, I think it's inspired, not really inspired, but mechanically inspired by the Mary line. Because you get it early in the game. It finally evolves at like around the 30s, you know what I mean? I think it evolves at 30 in the dot. It's 16 or 18 and then 30, something like that. But it's just really cool. I mean, I'm African. It's a lion. I think everything up until Luxray isn't a lion. I think it's a lynx. Is it not? Somebody correct me. I know that Luxray is a lion. He's literally a lion. He's a luminescent lion. But the other two, especially Luxio, I think he's based off a lynx. Now, somebody correct me if I'm wrong about Luxio. Shinx, I think he's also based off a lynx as well too. It's literally in the name. It's a shining lynx, electric type, light-based shining lynx, luminescent lynx, Ixio, like, you know what I mean? But you get it. Budu, trash. I don't think we needed it. I get why we got it, but I don't think we needed it. Like, I did this the same thing with Generation 3 as well, too. I put the baby mons in trash. I don't think we needed it. Now, Generation 4 did give us better baby mons than Generation 3 did, but we just, because Generation 3 gave us Zuru and why not? We just didn't need that. We didn't. But when it comes to this game, I don't know. We did get some better babies, but unfortunately, it's not it. Roserade is a GOAT. Credidos is a GOAT. Repardos is a GOAT. Come on, bro. Like, I love dinosaurs. If you guys did not notice about me, I really do like dinosaurs. Anytime I see a dinosaur, I love it. There are very few Dinomons I don't like, specifically the Bastiodon. He is based off a dinosaur. I forget what, though. He's like those steel-plated dinosaurs or those iron-plated dinosaurs. It's not actually iron, but it's iron-like. It's just really hard. But I think Shieldon is mid. I think Bastiodon is also mid as well, too. I think it's way too much hate. He's got such a unique design to it. He looks ancient. You know, he looks like a dinosaur relic. I love it. I do. I don't think he's as bad as people say. I think people trash on him because the other one is just so much better, which I get it. But just because something is severely better than the insert X here doesn't mean insert X is bad. You know what I mean? It's okay to like two things. I said it. People forget that all the time. Trash, 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 trash. I'm sorry, you're not good. Especially playing Detective Pikachu, you were annoying. Mothim, though, clean design. Hella good. Clean design. Actually a clean design, dude. He's flames. That design is dope. He's like a little superhero flying warrior, but a butterfly. You know, sorry, a moth. A moth. He's cool. We haven't gotten a moth since what? Dustox? Dustox is like some weird psychedelic moth. So I think the last moth we got was Dustox, but then before that was Venomoth. I don't think we have any more moth after these. I think he was the last moth, believe it or not. I'm trying to think. Generation 5 didn't give us a single moth, right? I'm trying to think. I feel like I'm forgetting an irrelevant one. No, we didn't. Our Bugmon of Generation 5 wasn't even a butterfly. It was Seawaddle. But clean. I also don't think Combee is bad at all. I'm going to just say it. I think Combee's got a cool design to it. He's a honeycomb. And he's cute. So I don't think he is as bad. He might drop in but for now, I'll keep him there. He may raise up, actually, but I don't think he's that bad at all. Vespiquen is definitely clean, as a clean design. Definitely clean. Pachirisu is one of the most unique Pikachu clones we've gotten. Because mine and Plusle, you can see the inspiration. You know what I mean? Togedemaru, around in the face, you can see the inspiration. But at the same time as well, too, like, he's also pretty original. He's just a giant nut. But, I mean, Pachirisu is way more different than that. You know what I mean? He's still a rodent, but he's not, like, a mouse. You know what I mean? Like, all the other ones have been a mouse. Togedemaru is a mouse. You know what I mean? Like, Dedenne is a literal mouse. Morpeko is a literal mouse. Plus or minus a literal mouse. You know what I mean? Pichu is literally baby Pikachu. So, Pachirisu is a squirrel. I feel like Pachirisu and Emolga were the most unique Pikachu clones because Emolga is a flying squirrel. But that's just the generation after. Pachirisu came first. Definitely going to put it in a hella good. Definitely going to put it in there. I think it's got a clean design. Weasel and Floatzel, in my opinion, definitely go up there for goated. I think it's a very underrated cry. It's got an amazing cry. I love both of them. I remember finding it in Floroma Town. Bruh, godlike. Actually, godlike. I loved them. Trash. Trash. I'm sorry. Didn't like either one of them. Nope. Maybe Shrew might go up for being that cute little Kirby aspect for Otherwise, no. I think the Sun one is definitely a lot better. So that's my take on it. I think Shellos is good. Goodra is hella good. One of my personal favorite mons from Generation 4. I love this thing. I remember when it was super meta in Generation 5 on stopping things like Keldeo. So it's just such a good check against Keldeo. I feel like it's even better check against Keldeo now because it doesn't get hidden power grass. But Specs Keldeo just 2 shots. So I don't know, man. Listen, the times were different, bro. Okay? The times were different. Ambipom, I think he's That's my take. I think that's my actual hot take. Everybody else will be Ambipom either here or here. Me, personally, I like Apom more than Apom, and even then, I wasn't that big on Apom. And I'm not a big fan of Ambipom. I'm sorry. I'm not. This might be my hot take here, though. There's so much in Go, dude. Listen, it still stands, okay? But there's also a lot not in it. This is still a good dex. I think Drifloon and Drifblim go up there for good as well, too. That's my take. That's a personal take. Wow. Like, I think Drifloon is one of the most adorable Pokemon I've ever seen. I love him. I remember Fridays, I would search for this mon. I'm going into this the most open mind possible. I promise you, it may seem biased. Some may be like Drifloon, maybe. You know what I mean? Dude, Luxray 1000%. But Drifloon, maybe. But Bidoof 1000% as well, too. But man, Drifloon. I also love that yellow taped X. It's really cool, dude. I love the design behind it. I think it's really cool. So it goes up there. I think Baneri, I wasn't really that wild about Baneri. But Lopunny, I like it. I actually like Lopunny's, and for such a simplistic thing, they made it look good. You know what I mean? And no, that's not because I want a pipe, okay? Does it look like the Mega to you? That's not the Mega at all. Now the Mega? Nah. Yeah. Oh my god, dude. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh my god. I think Wazagi is definitely hella good as well, too. There's so many good designs. Hutch. Oh my god. This is not fair, dude. I may as well, dude. This is just so much I'm gonna be goated, dude. Oh my god, man. I think Glameow is just, like, I don't really care for it. I think Purugly is down there as well, too. I don't really care for them. If I had to choose, I'd actually pick Glameow over Purugly. I mean, I was so used to battling Mars, which she has this, but at the same time as well, too, like, I also on the anime as well, too, but I just didn't really care for this mon, you know? I didn't really. Purugly is surprisingly very fast, a lot of muscle. She's not fat, that's a lot of muscle. Very fast. Chingling, again, I don't think we needed it, but he's gonna go in Amp because out of all the babies, he might be one of my favorites. So if I were to just choose in all of baby mons, so maybe that's just me, but I don't think we needed it. Like, did we need it? Who asked? Maybe Chimecho? Chimecho was already irrelevant. So I feel like they did this to make Chimecho relevant. The only reason why Chimecho was relevant was because of James in the anime having it. If James did not have it in the anime, nobody would know that mon existed. And he's also so rare to find. And he's so irrelevant. Like, I always forget about Chimecho. But then since I played so much Gen 4, I started to not forget about Chimecho after I played Generation 4 because you find so much Chinglings in Mount Coronet. You really do. I think you can find Chimecho in Mount Coronet as well, too. But there's so much you find, dude. I think Stunky is mid, and then I think Skuntank is definitely good. One of my personal favorite poison types, especially with Team Skull and Mystery Dungeon. Loved. I think Bronzor, Bronzong, I think he's mid. That's a lie. I think he's good. I was trying to be rude to it. That's a lie. I think he's pretty good. I think it's a pretty clean design. I like him. He's a cool looking, scary looking bell. I like him. Bonsai is trash. Did not care for it. Nope. The only reason why I even cared for it for a little bit, that even put him in is because of XD, Gale of Darkness. Otherwise, trash. Didn't need. Mime Jr.'s If you can tell from the comment trend, I don't like baby mons. What is the point of them? It's just to promote breeding. Which Generation 4 did heavily promote that because Generation 2 invented it, Generation 3 made it better, Generation 4 peaked it with better because of holding items and transferring like IVs, EVs, you know what I mean? Abilities. So, Happini, trash. Chatot, I think he's a mid-tier design. I lied. I think he's good. I like Chatot. If that's my take, I will take that. Spiritomb? Oh man, y'all gonna hate me, bro. Y'all gonna hate me. Y'all gonna hate me, bro. Y'all gonna hate me, bro. First off, Mega Garchomp definitely goes in good. I don't think he's goated. Mega Garchomp is definitely a downgrade from actual Garchomp. Let me knock this out the park real quick. This kind of speaks for itself. The whole line. I mean, this is my favorite personal pseudo. I don't know if it was on the Dragapult train. This is still, to this date, my favorite pseudo. So I love this thing. I remember getting washed by Cynthia. If anybody says, oh, Cynthia's easy, dude. Yo, you were the Game Shark kids, weren't you? Pokemon at itself was a very easy game, and then Platinum came out and Diamond and Pearl, and you face the hardest champion ever, the actual hardest champion ever, and people are gonna be like, oh, she's easy. In comparison to every single champion ever, she is the hardest champion. I don't want to hear it. If you're gonna say no, well, no, you're wrong. Munchlax just like, don't. I'll put him mid. The movie kind of carried him for me. Mystery Dungeon kind of carried him for me. I don't know, man. I also think he's different enough from his actual Snorlax, you know what I mean? He's like the opposite colors. I think Snorlax is like more white, and he's got the blue, but it's like around his body. The actual tummy is the main focus, and his tummy's white like that. So I don't know. This is my take. Maybe it's a take. I think Spiritomb is a goated design. I think Spiritomb is a goated design. I think he's sick. He's like the Rinnegan, but a Pokemon. I think he's sick. Riolu is probably my favorite baby. I love Riolu. Lucario's gonna go in good. His Mega goes in goated. The Mega pretty carried for me, dude. I think Lucario's still a good design, though. I love it. I do. Hippopotas, I think, is a mid-tier design, but Hippowdon is definitely up there and hella good. Flames design, dude. Scorpy, I think, is a mid-tier design. Drapion goes up there and good as well, too. I love Drapion. I think it's a beast. Krogunk. Man, there's so much ungoated in this deck. Oh my god. They went back to back. Good decks after good decks. They went back to back, guys. They went back to back. Like, there's so many good mons that they introduced in generations 3 through 4 and 5. So I'm very happy to be going through all these generations. So again, if you hit the like button, 15 to like for generation 5 as well, too, guys. Krogunk, I think he's a good tier design. Toxicroak. It's just so much good designs. There's so much good designs, man. What is this? Like, this is the one where I don't think he deserves trash. I don't, because there's definitely some uniqueness behind it. You know, he's a Venus flytrap. There's always some uniqueness behind it, but at the same time as well, too, yeah, Finneon's trash, I'm sorry. Lumineon, I definitely think, this is also my other take, I think it's hella good. If we go based off design, purely off design, I think it's a good design. I think it's constantly forgotten. I think it's constantly not remembered. It's funny because we read that book about the fish with the rainbow scales when we were like in kindergarten all the time. So I always remember it because I use it a lot in Generation 6 meta. Back in PU and NU, where it was a solid defogger mon in that tier. It got initiative. Not much of the fish do get initiative. It was carried by Skull. It's a Skull machine. That's about it. And it had decent special defense for that tier. So I use it a lot of competitive, and I grew to love that mon. And I also randomly, I remember finding it when I was in Platinum when I was a kid as well, too. And it was the first time I found it. It was in Platinum. That was the first dex I ever completed. No, the first dex I ever completed was Emerald, and then Fire Red, and then Platinum. But I like to count that as Platinum because that was one of the last dexes I completed. I didn't complete it Generation 5. I didn't complete Generation 6. Sorry, I did complete Generation 6. I guess it just feels like it, right? I don't know. I also think Mantike is also one of the few babies that I like a lot. Like, I don't see a point in majority of the babies, but if they have good designs, pop off. And I think Riolu and Mantike definitely have good designs. I think Munchlax is kind of like a mid-tier design as well, too. Mime Jr. Honk honk. Snover is Abomasnow? Goat. That's my take. I think Abomasnow's sick. I think he's sick. It's an abominable snowman. Same, his Mega, I think, is just, you know, I think his Mega's a good design as well, too. He's a huskier. He looks more like a forest. He looks more like a forest abominable snowman. And he looks more like an abominable snowman as well, too. You know what I mean? He looks like he just gained weight. More of a huskier, deep forest Pokemon. Hashirama, huh? He's sick. I've always loved this Mega. I use it a lot of competitive play next to when it first came out. I love the Mega. I think the design is great. Again, this series is basically off designs, guys, but I love the design of Mega Bomb. So I love the designs of actual Bomb, so I think it's definitely worthy of goated for me personally. Weavile's a goat. Oh my god, there's so many goats. Weavile's a goat. Magnezone's a goat. Licky Licky, I think, is good. Rhyperior, I think, is good. I will always like Rhydon a lot more. Tangrowth is a goat. Electivire, I think, is a solid mon. Magmortar, I think, is a solid mon. Togekiss, I think he's a solid mon. Yeah, Mega's a goat. Leafeon, I think, is a mid-tier. Leafeon is probably my least favorite. Like, same. I wasn't too big on Leafeon and Glaceon. I think if Leafeon's shiny, look how much is goated. Oh my god. Everything below mid, I probably will not like from Generation 4, right? So there's not much mons I dislike from this generation because a lot of the decks is really good designs, right? I mean, I think Magmortar and Electivire are subjective. I know some people don't really like them. I think they're good designs. I think they're solid. Obviously, I think Magmar's got a better design, but, you know, I think Magmortar's solid as well, too. The thing about this is that I wish Leafeon shiny was better. If his shiny was like an autumn color, god tier, amazing. Like a washed out autumn orange, amazing. Because Leafeon is supposed to be based off summer, right? He is the summer Pokemon, literally with the colors, right? And his shiny is springtime. His shiny is springtime. It's got the spring vibrant green colors. And I'm sitting there like, dog, why? Why is his shiny spring? Why can't his shiny be autumn? I felt robbed. Glasgore's a goat. It's not fair, man. Mamoswine's a goat. PZ's good. Gallade is a goat. Mega Gallade is a goat. Probopass, I think, is a mid-tier design. That's my take. Some people may put him higher, but I think he's all right. He's solid. I think Dusknoir is also a hella good design as well too. Frost is a hella good design. Rotom is a hella good design. Actually like Rotom. When it comes to the Rotom forms, Fridge, I'm not really that wild about. Fan, I'm not really that wild about. Mo definitely goes up there and goated. Probably my favorite one. Wash. I think Wash is mid tier when it comes to design. I think he just look good. So they're all in really weird areas, right? Like, they're all in really weird areas. You can tell which was more and more my favorites. Like, Rotom is the coolest. Like, it's a little cheese he's got. I love Rotom. Easily my favorite one. Easily. Doc, there's so much gold. Oh, this is such a good deck. It's just like Generation 3 decks all over again, huh, dude? Now, when it comes to Legendaries, a lot of good Legendaries came from Generation 4. To be fair, they gave us a lot. Look at this. These are all Legendaries. Row and a half. Yuxi, I think, is a good design. I actually really like Yuxi. Design-wise, Mesprit is definitely flames. Azelf is definitely flames. Dialga is definitely goated. Palkia is... I think Palkia is deserving and goated. He turns a goat. Regigigas is just... I think he's mid. Like, he's so good. Giratina is one of the coolest Legendaries I've ever seen in my life. In my life. I'm gonna just put him up there just cause. Even though it's not ordered, I'm gonna put him up there just cause. He's one of the coolest Legendaries I've seen in my life. Mid tier. Out of all the Legendaries, definitely mid tier. Fione, trash. Didn't need it. Manaphy, hella good. Darkrai, goat. Shaman, good. Shaman Sky, goat. Arceus, good. There it is. This is the undisputed best Gen 4 mind on the planet right here. Yes, that is me, along with you guys. We're like all one for all right now with Gen 4. So I need you guys to give me your power, and we're just gonna start 1,000,000% punching these niggas, dog. Cause this, I'm very confident with this list. Now, changes, if I look at this right now, any changes? No, I think I'm pretty... Everything hella good and beyond is 100% fact. Right now, I'm stuck on that. Something in mid that could go up. I was contemplating Probopass. I think Leafeon out of the mid tier is probably the best designed thing. And Bastiodon. But, I'm an advocate for things that get hate that don't deserve the hate that they do. Like, there are some things I think, like Combi mostly would have been trash. I don't think he's complete trash. There's some things as well too, like Bastiodon, that gets way too much hate. He's not a bad design. Just because he's gross doesn't mean it's a bad design. It just doesn't. They're going for that. Like, but the thing is, with that argument, you could, even if they're going for something, it doesn't mean that it's good. You know what I mean? I think that he is a good design, though, and he gets so much hate. That's just me, though. Everything beyond hella good, I think I'm very accurate on. When I think of Gen 4 mons, the first thing that comes to my mind, guys, is goated. Those are the first mons that come to my mind when I think of Gen. I think we can all agree on that, right? Like, obviously, Lucario is the most popular mon from Generation 4. He actually is statistically the most popular mon because they promoted him. He was the most promoted mon out of Generation 4. Him and Infernape. So, you know, I get it. But at the same time as well, too, like, when we think of Generation 4, I feel like we think of everything and goated. You know what I mean? So, I loved both box arts. I know a lot of people probably Palkia, like, down here. But I love Palkia. You guys know this. I've loved Palkia for a very long time. I love it. Spatial Pokemon. They just did not miss making such a... Such god tier decks, man. A really good decks. Again, Generation 3 decks, I still might be better. Might be. Wait, I'd have to see. I'd have to compare this video to the last one. Because I'm so knee deep into this one, I don't remember every single month. I do and I don't. You know what I mean? At least placing wise. But guys, again, if you enjoyed the video, slap a like down below for Generation 4 hype. Slap a like down below for Generation 5 hype. The Gen 5 video will come out in the next 2 to 3 days. ASAP. If the video gets 1,500 likes again, we blew like 200 likes in the first 12 hours. You guys are crazy to support. Thank you so much. Again, 1,500 likes, guys, for the Gen 5 decks video. Let me know down below, guys. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know. Do I have any hot takes? Do you have any hot takes? Let me know for sure. And I will see you guys in the next video.